Hey, I'm rebuilding my first generation small block Chevy from my 56 Bel Air, and I got the motor on the engine stand right here. And now Fel-Pro makes a one-piece oil pan gasket, which is awesome. There's two different versions you can get. You can get the thin version or the thick version, depending on which oil pan you get. So let's go over that first. So there's my factory oil pan, and it's not the original oil pan that came with this little motor. That's a 1970 block, but this is a newer pan, and I'll show you how I know that. So the first thing is you want to take a straight edge and put it over the front where your front seal is, and then you want to take a measurement, and that measurement is from the top of the deck to that bottom of that C-section. So there you go, I'm measuring 2 3/8. All right, 2 3/8 tells me that's a thick gasket. If it was 2 1/4, it would be the thin gasket. So we've got our part now from Summit. This is a Fel-Pro performance gasket. This is part number 1880 for the thick version. Fel-Pro performance gaskets, oil pan gasket set. It's just one single piece. So let's open that up, show you what it looks like. It's an awesome looking piece. It's all made out of this blue material. It's got a steel core, and it's also it has these anti-crush inserts in it, so you can't over tighten this. This is all in one piece, and the only thing you need to do is just put a dab of RTV silicone in the 4 corners, 1 2 3 4, and that's it. So that's according to the Fel-Pro recommendations, according to their video. They don't give you any instructions in the box, but they do have videos that show you how to do it. So let's go ahead and put it on. All right, I'm using Permatex Ultra Black RTV. This is silicone, and I'm just gonna go into 1 2 3 4 corners. Fel-Pro doesn't describe how to install this in their in the box, but they do tell you in their video that a little goes a long way. So they tell you just a quarter, like a 1/4 inch bead in each corner. And the gasket, I need to slip it over the filler tube. I have my crank rotated a little bit away from top dead center so that I can get it over the filler tube here and clear the counterweights. So now we're close, we're in place here. And you're going to notice that when you put your pan on, the pan's going to want to be riding high, and it's going to crush these 2 end seals. So don't be scared. If you measured your pan correctly and ordered the right part, it'll be okay. So, and it's going to ride high. So this is what I'm looking at here. I've got like about 1/8 of an inch or so, maybe 3/16 of an inch of gap. But I've already test fitted on the front to make sure I have the right one. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten these up. You're going to find if you use one of these gaskets that getting the screws to start is tough because it's very thick. It's taller overall than the regular paper or the cork gaskets. So it took a lot of weight and pressure for me to get the corners. But once I got the corners down and I tightened them up a little bit, then these go a lot easier. But that's going to do it, and I'm going to show you to you when I get it tightened down. What is so nice about this gasket is there's no such thing as too tight. You know, you can't over tighten it. So it's got a little crush in it, and you just tighten it until you take that out, until you bottom it out, and you can feel it. But it's got that crush washer in it that keeps you from over tightening or over collapsing the gasket. And you know that it's whether or not it's tight enough. Shoot, I'd be more worried about stripping the bolt in the thread sooner than anything else. But that's, you know, you can't do this with a cork gasket without crushing it or distorting the pan. That's really nice. All right, let's take a look at it now that it's all in. So I put the RTV in the 4 corners. You can kind of see it crushing out a little bit here, but I know at the rear main seal it does it better. Look, you can see how it squished it out, and it squished it out here. So But this is not going to leak. There's no way. That is a nice gasket. What would you rather have, that or this old cork stuff? You know, when you think about it. Even though this is a Fel-Pro gasket, I'm rather than that one piece. That's going to do it. Hope you got something out of this video. Hope it helps you out. Maybe you got the same issue, but you know, it takes a little bit of elbow grease to get it in once you crush it. I would not want to do this when the motor was still in the car because it was really hard to get those bolts started. I had to put some body weight on it, but that's going to do it. So if you're liking the videos, please give them a thumbs up. And as always, if you're enjoying the channel, I'd love a subscription. So until I see you next time, please take care of yourself. Cheers.